This is a News 3 Now special report.
Thanks for watching this special report from Channel 3000. The percentage of positive COVID cases in Wisconsin continues to fall. Only 4% of tests now in the last 24 hours were positive. That's down 2 points from just yesterday. There are more than 10,000 cases statewide. 9 more people have passed away, bringing that total now to 419 deaths. And for the first time, the state has reached 5 of 6 gating indicators. The only thing the state isn't seeing right now is a downward trajectory of flu-like illnesses. President Trump says he wants the states to reopen. The CDC has laid out guidelines for how governors should proceed to make it happen, but doctors are warning that if states exceed those guidelines, there could be some deadly consequences. Testifying remotely before senators, the Trump administration's health experts say they are focused on increasing testing capabilities to allow states to safely reopen. Dr. Anthony Fauci says vaccine trials are progressing at a rapid pace, but he sounded less optimistic the treatment would be ready for students going back to school in the fall. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul himself, a doctor, challenged Dr. Fauci.
We ought to look at letting our kids get back to school. I think it's a huge mistake if we don't open the schools in the fall.
We really better be very careful, particularly when it comes to children, because the more and more we learn, we're seeing things about what this virus can do that we didn't see from the studies in China or in Europe.
Well, Dr. Fauci made it clear that he was not suggesting students shouldn't be able to go back to school in the fall. He says that decision will depend on the dynamics of the outbreak in different regions and the ramping up of testing capabilities. The true number of deaths in New York City, directly or indirectly attributable to coronavirus, may be much higher than the official count shows. That's according to a report released by the CDC. New York City reported roughly 24,000 more deaths since mid-March compared to what would be normally expected. Only about 19,000 were directly linked to the virus. It's hard to track why the other 5,000 deaths occurred. If you're still waiting to get your stimulus check, you have until noon on Wednesday to give the IRS your direct deposit info, or you will then need to wait to get a check in the mail if you don't do that. The IRS says afternoon tomorrow they'll start preparing to send out those paper checks. Those will arrive in late May or even June. If you haven't received your money, you don't want to wait, use the Get My Payment portal on the IRS website to give the IRS your direct deposit info. Approximately 130 million individuals have already received those payments, worth more than $200 billion total in the program's first 4 weeks. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has unveiled a more than $3 trillion new coronavirus aid package. That would provide nearly $1 trillion for states, cities, and tribal governments to avert layoffs, and another $200 million in hazard pay for essential workers. It would offer $1,200 in direct cash aid to individuals, up to $6,000 per household. There would be $75 billion more for virus testing. A House vote's expected Friday, but the Senate's Republican leader Mitch McConnell says there's no urgency to act immediately. The world's largest Bratfest has been canceled due to coronavirus concerns. The free annual event normally draws about 125,000 people a year. Event organizers say next year's festival has been scheduled May 28th to the 30th at Alliant Energy Center. Organizers will announce next year's headliners sometime in January.